Our Be the Change project this year was acts of kindness. So basically what we chose to do was just every month do a new act of kindness. And some months we did it together, some months we didn't. And we just tried to do things that we could incorporate into our daily lives some months it was bigger things. And so this is how it turned out. So this is, okay.
Okay, so in September I did a pool party, and then in December we did Light the World, and in November I babysat my siblings, and then in October I made a cake.
In September I made dinner for some neighbors. October I cleaned up a party. November I babysat. In December I visited a friend in the hospital.
Same thing for me. In September took dinner to neighbors. In October helped clean up a party. In December took a blanket to the hospital to visit a friend. And in November I helped my grandparents set up Christmas decor. Okay, so in January this half of the year, I paid for the person behind me in the drive-thru. And this, I honestly was kind of last minute and hadn't done my project yet, and I was like, I need to do one. So I was already going to Swig, so I was like, I'll just pay for the person behind me. And it's super easy, and I know we all go through the drive-thru a lot, and we could do this so easily, often, and it really does make the person's day. So I actually saw the person's face like in my rearview mirror when they told them that I was paying, and she was super happy. She was just a mom, and so I bought her and her kids Swig, and I think it made me feel good, and it wasn't something hard, and it wasn't scary, and so I think I'm definitely gonna be doing this one again.
So in January I babysat my little cousin a couple times, and it was fun because I got to spend some time with him, and my aunt and uncle got to go out and have fun.
In January I just did like tutoring just for like families and friends and neighbors, and I just thought it wasn't very hard for me just because I already understood the content, and I feel like sometimes it's hard to understand things from a teacher's point of view, and so just having me teach someone my age, I think it was just easier for them to understand. I could just tell everyone that I helped was super appreciative that I was able to give up my time to help them understand school better.
So one of our quotes was, kindness can increase your sense of connectivity with others, which can directly impact loneliness, improve low moods, and enhance relationships in general. It can also be contagious. So this kind of relates because you can make new friends by doing service, and it can make people happier, and you won't feel as lonely because you're doing things for other people and you're with other people.
Okay, so then in February, I took homemade sugar cookies to a new mom in my neighborhood. And I just dropped them off at the door because she wasn't home when I got there. So I just dropped them off at the door and wrote her a card saying Happy Valentine's Day. And she texted me and my mom later and said thank you so much for the cookies, and she was super grateful that I thought about her and took cookies over. So it made a positive difference because it made her happy, and it made me happy too because I love making things for people, and it was super easy to do.
So in February I got to help my dog put him down, and it was good because we got to be there for him and he wouldn't die as lonely, and yeah.
In February, our neighbors, they're our friends. She's a mom of 6, and she had to get knee surgery. She had got a knee replacement, so she was immobile for the whole entire month. So one night I just made her enchiladas for her whole family, and she wasn't there. She couldn't open the door when I got there, but afterwards, she sent me a note in the card, saying how grateful she was for it, and it was just super sweet to just know that I was able to help her and to help her husband because he was having to do everything, and so their family was really grateful that I did that for them.
This is another quote that we found just about kindness and the good impact that it can have on people around you. Okay, in March, Mary and I picked up trash on the trails right behind our house. We just noticed that they were dirty. There's a lot of trash all over Draper, so we went just with garbage bags and picked up trash. It was super easy, and it made a positive difference because it made the trails look better and it keeps the environment clean.
And then in March, I took my siblings to the aquarium while my parents were out of town, and this just helped them stay busy and be entertained, and it helped my babysitter clean up things at the house and stuff.
Okay, so this quote is, the positive effects of kindness are experienced in the brain of everyone who witnessed the act. improving their mood, and making them significantly more likely to pay it forward. This is from Kindness Health Facts by Random Acts of Kindness. So I thought this was interesting just because like how our project is making a positive difference because we're having others think about like being kind. So if we're being kind to people, then they're more likely to be kind, and so it's just helping everyone, and it's just spreading throughout.
Okay, in April, my grandparents go out of town a lot, and luckily I live really close to them. And so I always like take care of their house for them while they're gone. I pick, like, my grandma orders a ton of stuff online, and so she always has packages coming to her house. And so I go and I take the packages out, put them in their garage, take the garbages out, go inside and make sure everything's like locked up and everything's good inside. And I know that they appreciate this because they don't want packages getting stolen, and they just want to make sure their house is safe while they're gone. So it makes a positive difference because it makes them happy and makes me happy too.
And then my dance team, we performed at Skyridge's charity concert, and so that helped Skyridge earn some money because more people were to come watch, and yeah.
For mine, my parents went on a work trip, and so my grandma also went on that work trip, so we didn't have anyone to like watch. I have 4 younger brothers, and so I just told my mom that I could watch for the weekend, and it was just like really stressful for her, like trying to figure out what we were gonna do, but she was just, like it was really relieving for her just to know like I would be there, and she was like, obviously I didn't really want to like give up my weekend or anything, but I could tell my mom really needed someone to watch my family, so I did that.
Okay, another quote that we found is a random act of kindness is giving your best self to others without request or promise of return on investment. And this is from Can Random Acts of Kindness Increase Well-Being? And so I think this is an interesting quote because it does take a certain, you have to be able to be kind to others and do it out of the kindness of your heart and with knowing that sometimes you aren't going to get things in return. So I thought this was an interesting quote. And so yeah, in May, Mary and I and another friend made like these little treats for our friends that were taking AP tests that just said like, you know, like a little nice note, like good luck on your test. And we just assembled these and then gave them to our friends that were taking the test, and they were super grateful that we did this and thought of them, and it made a positive difference because it made them happy and made them know that we were thinking about them.
And then in May, my parents took us on a business trip in Hawaii, and while the parents went on dinners, I had to babysit like all the kids that were there, and it made a positive difference because the parents didn't have to worry about the kids. And it was fun because I got to spend time with some of the kids, and I got to make some friends, and yeah.
Okay, so for our activity, we're doing a heart attack thing. So we have all these hearts. Yeah. So we're gonna pass out the hearts, and then you're just gonna write something on it for either like your counselor or DJ, and then we're gonna heart attack their doors. And then some examples like thank you so much for all that you did this school year, or thank you for helping me with, and then you can do whatever you want. And then we have some cookies to pass out too. And this is just, I think it's just really cool. Like we just realized like how small the acts of kindness can be. Like it's really like so easy, and just like seeing like I'm guessing it's gonna make those counselors' day, and like just like knowing that like they, like what they do, like we appreciate it. And so I just really think it's good to make sure that they know that you appreciate them and like you recognize what they did for you. So we thought this would be a cool little activity. Is there like napkins anywhere?
I'm just gonna do that later.
Anyone else is bringing food? That's the last of it, so you gotta bring your own. Maybe just give them one if they want one. Okay. Who needs a napkin? Take one only if you need one.
Who wants a napkin?
You can have one, I'm just saying. I don't know if that's enough for every kid in here.
I can take
Yeah, you're in the frame.
So when you guys are done with your notes, we'll take them and we are gonna go give them to the people in the office and take part in back in the. These are really good. Oh, great, yeah, I can come get them when you're done.
Still videoing?
Yeah, I have to video the whole time. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait, am I next? So, we'll have to do a lineup on this.
Are you done?
Yeah, thank you.
Bus. What else should I video? No, yeah, no, I've done it the whole time.
Okay, you don't need to do that.
Well, I have been, so.
Done.
Or just take 4.